Alright, so we are continuing reading Spider-Man trivia. Today we are on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. At around 24 minutes, when Peter flips over an oncoming car, Tobey Maguire performed the stunt himself. A stuntman also performed it, but Sam Raimi thought Maguire's looked more natural, so he used his instead. It's interesting, maybe Tobey Maguire should look into being a stuntman. For the sequence where Aunt May is taken hostage and later aids Spider-Man, Rosemary Harris performs the action scenes herself. Did we just have everybody perform some of the stunts themselves? What's going on here? I know it doesn't say stunts, but I mean, it seems like they're implying stunts. At around 5 minutes, Stanley originally filmed a cameo of the man who exclaims, "Whoa, he stole that guy's pizza." But because of problems with the shot, it was refilmed with Donnell Rawlings. And Lee was given a different cameo, playing a pedestrian who pulls a woman out of the way of falling debris during a battle between Spider-Man and Doc Ock. I believe I remember that there was a clip of Stan Lee trying to say that line, but he kept messing it up, and that's part of the reason why they cast another actor to say the line. Alfred Molina, who plays Dr. Octopus, actually gave names to his 4 mechanical tentacles: Larry, Harry, Flo, and Mo. Flo was the top right tentacle, because it was operated by a female grip, and that particular tentacle was the most motherly, which removed his sunglasses and gave him sips of his drink. It feels weird saying the word his tentacle out loud, but yeah. Willem Dafoe was not originally supposed to return for this movie, but he was walking back to his apartment one night and saw the cast and crew filming nearby. He stopped by the set to say hello, and the filmmakers decided to give him a cameo appearance. So I've tried looking this story up and I haven't really found anything about it personally. Maybe somebody else knows. I'm not going to dismiss the story. It's just that I find it a little hard to believe that he just happened to see them filming. He goes over there, and that's the reason why he appears in the movie. I mean, there's got to be more to that, right? I don't think that's the only reason why he was in the movie. And I think that reason is because they wanted to do kind of like a parallel with Harry when he has his hallucination. You know, when he sees Norman at the end of Spider-Man 2, or near the end of Spider-Man 2 at least, in that last scene. The way I think about it is like Harry has driven himself so insane that he starts hallucinating and he starts seeing Norman in the mirror. So I think Willem Dafoe's appearance in the movie, Norman Osborn's appearance in the movie, was going to happen either way because it makes sense to the story. And I think that's what they were planning to do, regardless. Rosemary Harris enjoyed doing her own stunts. Contrarily, Alfred Molina didn't because he claims he's not very good at them, and he doesn't like taking away work from real stuntmen. I think as an actor, you should probably leave the stunts to the stunt people. You don't want to do something that you're not qualified to do, basically, in most cases. So yeah, shout out to the stunt people. They deserve more credit. For his stunt sequences as Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire's glasses contained no glass. This was less for safety reasons, but more to avoid reflections. The glass was then added back in digitally later. Well, they did one hell of a job adding it in digitally later because I can't tell. Tobey Maguire's agent asked for $25 million, or 10% of the gross, whichever was better, from Columbia Pictures, and was denied. He should have gotten it. I think they should have asked for more money, actually. This is interesting. The original title for this second spin was The Amazing Spider-Man, a title eventually used when the series was rebooted in The Amazing Spider-Man 2012. Gross. They should have used that title just so when they were inevitably going to reboot the franchise, they would have had to figure something else out because, let's see, Spectacular Spider-Man was already taken, right? They already made the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show. So they would have had to figure something else out. The first, and as of 2023, only live-action Spider-Man film to win an Oscar. What Oscar did it win? You could have at least specified. Best achievement in visual effects. The precious substance that Doc Ock uses to power his fusion device, tritium, does actually exist in real life. Really. I feel like if I look it up, I'm going to be put on a watch list, but let's see what it is. Tritium or hydrogen-3 is a rare and radioactive isotope of hydrogen with a half-life of 12.32 years. Smart people classes like science or math, those are not really my strong suits. I think a lot of you probably might assume that about me. Yeah, I'm not really the smartest person, that's why I decided to make YouTube videos. Gwen Stacy, one of Peter's girlfriends in the comic book, is supposed to be one of the students in Peter's class. We later meet her in Spider-Man 3. So that's interesting. I never thought about the fact that she was actually in his class, or she could have been in his class, in Spider-Man 2. Harry is seen wearing a green bow tie at the failed wedding at the end. This detail is similar to the Thanksgiving scene in the first movie, where Peter is wearing the Green Goblin's colors, and Norman is wearing Spider-Man's colors. I think that one is pretty obvious, and some have thought that that is a symbolic meaning of some sort, that Harry has become the Green Goblin, or I guess the New Goblin. With a budget of $200 million, the movie shared the record for the most expensive U.S. movie ever made. With Titanic, the record was beaten by King Kong. $200 million is crazy for anything, actually. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for Spider-Man 2 trivia today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. And, with that being said, I'll see you next upload.